Hey guys, good afternoon. This is Bo with Bo Knows Weather. Going to take a look at some of the models here for the upcoming storms. First things first, we have a storm coming in tomorrow. Looks like it's going to bring us a couple of inches of snow, possibly as much as 2 to 4 in some areas. Take a look at that real quick here. The GFS has us, anywhere from 1 to 2, maybe on the north side there. Little sliver of 3. And then you'll notice this off to the southeast is kind of for the next storm, since it's in that same um, window of time that we're going to have another one coming in. So I'll talk more about that in a minute here. I'll go back to the North American model, and you can see they have us at about 2 to 4 in the metro here. A couple spots even a little bit higher, these little green specks. So I think in general, 1 to 2, some areas getting close to 3 is going to be pretty common across the southern sections of Minnesota here. Kind of a due east line, west to east here from just south of Fergus Falls, east towards Hinckley, and then covering the southern half of the state as well. Take a look at the Canadian model here real quick. Go down here. The Canadian model is going to highlight the kind of the current storm as well as the next storm as well. So you can see this little nub back here. I will highlight that on another weather bell model as well. But they show, some snow coming in here as much as 6 to 8 inches from the next storm we're going to be getting the tail end of this weekend. I don't necessarily think that's likely right now, but the one thing to make mention of here is that the last few model runs, the storm, used to be more in this orientation from Oklahoma, Missouri to Illinois, southern Michigan, to now being more of a Kansas, northwest Missouri, Iowa, Wisconsin, northern Michigan, and the UP of Michigan, and everything like that. So it's generally taking a shift north with each passing run. So that's something to definitely keep our eyes on. So after tomorrow's, little appetizer moves through, we'll either be talking about another big storm potential for as close as Minneapolis, St. Paul, or, definitely to the southeast. So either way, you're going to want to be aware of it if you're traveling. I've got a couple of people that have been asking me about travel conditions, so it definitely could be messy out there. So we'll take a quick look here at Weather Bell, which I've showed you in the past, and this kind of shows you what's going to be happening. This one again is the Canadian model, so this is that little nub I was just showing you. They're thinking as much as 6 to maybe 8 inches of snow by the tail end of that second storm. So that could be a little bit of a strong play, but we'll see how that unfolds here in the next day or so with the new model data. So we'll go back here to the European model real quick and take a look at that. Click through here real quick and show you what they anticipate. So this one takes a little bit further south, so this general pink strip is where things are going to get really heavy in their eyes. It could creep into southeast Minnesota and parts of Wisconsin, so definitely worth keeping an eye on. We'll go back here as well, take a look at the GFS on here. The one thing to point out is tomorrow you're just going to want to be aware. It's not going to be a very large storm, but it's going to be significant enough where it's going to gum up those roads again, and conditions could deteriorate pretty rapidly. We're going to be cooling off through the weekend, so warm air is not really an issue, factoring into these storms. So we're not going to be dealing with really any mixed issues, at least this far north. So it's one thing to keep in mind as you're going about your daily business as these storms approach. Go through here real quick and take a look at the totals for the GFS. So this is taking us through, this is mainly through tomorrow, 1 to 2 inches, maybe 3 here. And this is the second angle here of that southern storm playing in. So we're going to go back and take a look at how that starts to fill in these next couple slides. So kind of towards the end of the frame here, they have it, same general frame here as the Euro model. Maybe not quite as heavy, but you can see it really dominating southeast Iowa and southern Wisconsin and northern Michigan. So they have it pretty much missing all of southeastern Minnesota. So if you're checking your weather on multiple resources, like weather.com, AccuWeather, all these different apps and stuff that are out there, and if you're seeing, some sites saying no snow at all, some saying some snow, it's because they're kind of running with a particular model. So I've seen a lot of criticisms lately about people wondering why certain resources are saying different things than others, and that's pretty much the main reason. So I'll keep a close eye on it here for any advisories and warnings the next couple days. But tomorrow, generally speaking, we're going to be looking at an area of, you know, 1 to 3, possibly 2 to 4 inches of snow across southern Minnesota. It'll possibly start late tonight, early in the morning as some light snow, and then really kick in the afternoon. So should wrap up by tomorrow night, and then we have to keep our eye on this next storm moving in. So don't forget to check in on Bono's Weather on Facebook and also on Twitter, and just stay aware of the situation, and we'll bring updates as they come through. But just know that tomorrow is our first storm, and this next one on the weekend is going to be the really big one to keep a close eye on. So I really anticipate, though, it's going to be a big one for southeast Iowa, southeast Wisconsin, possibly the southeast tip of Minnesota, but looks like Iowa and Wisconsin are possibly going to get the brunt of this one, as well as Kansas, northern Missouri, and northwest Illinois. So it could nudge further into Minnesota, and that's what I'm going to keep an eye on for you. So thanks for tuning in. Take care. Have a nice night.